So we finally met Yah Sin's in the
Yeah,
flesh for the
yeah.
first time.
What's up? What's up? Y'all sitting in the building. You already know. Shout out to ForDaIsland. We out here.
Yo, one of the first artists that I came across, and it's just an honor being in front of you, like face to face.
Yo, appreciate that, man. Word. It's an honor to be, represented in a way that you could come to me and tell me that a lot of people wouldn't. So respectfully.
And I appreciate that, that we could all vibe together, and
Yeah, facts.
so like your evolution in your music, like over the years, has been very, very consistent. But like always been just, I can see that like minutia of detail. Like how would you describe like your development throughout like the past couple of years?
Couple years? What you mean by couple years? Because a couple is only two. I've been I've been around for a minute.
I mean, at least a decade. Let's do it.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, nah, that's a fact. I would say that I feel like I always rapped exceptionally well. You know what I mean? But my ear for music has grown over the years, and just having more experience recording makes your music better. Even if your skill set was a certain level when you first walked in, as you keep with the repetition, you become better at creating the music itself.
And I gotta agree with that because there's plenty of songs I've heard where it's like the skill is there, but because the mix wasn't right, it's like it's just a deal breaker.
Yeah, and as part of your artist development over time, you're not gonna want to put out a product like that. You're gonna hold yourself to a higher standard. Like, yeah, this standard of sound and quality is not matching my artistry.
So you got the right engineers in the room.
I'll be studio jumping still. They say it's always better when you put your own hands on it. But sometimes I don't got time for that. But the dudes that I do got, they do a fair enough job. You listen to my last album?
I need to check it out, bro. I've been away for so long.
Yo, Yah Sin out now on all platforms. You need to go listen to that. No skips.
I've been living under Patrick's house, bro. In SpongeBob, bro. I've been under the rock.
Under the rock, yeah.
Because I come back to you being with Shaheem, and then I come back to you being on Ghostface page, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like
that's the fam. That's what they always show love. Like they watch me grow up, so to see me do it at the level that I do it, like they always tell me that they're proud of me, and I think any rap fan would enjoy it.
I mean, even without that, I feel like you deserve that validation. But that's like additional confirmation on top of that.
Sure.
Like that's like the cherry
for sure.
on top.
Well, like I said, if you've been following me, then like I put in my work. Like that's what I do before people even knew any type of affiliation with the legends. Like I already was putting my work in, putting my pain in, putting my name out there. And doing what I gotta do. So, like you said, that's like a cherry on top.
For the longest, like I had no idea that he had that affiliation, and because of that, like there was no bias behind. There was no like, oh, he put him on, or or that kind of like that hater mentality.
I don't think any people are gonna perceive things the way they want to perceive it, regardless. But anybody who really knows me and really knows my journey know like that's not my story. So they gotta respect it for what it is.
And that's part of the thing that I also struggle with when I'm running my page and I'm promoting artists. It's like that crab bucket mentality. It's like you post this guy and why not this guy, or like or like what.
I mean, it's your page, so you can post what you like at the end of the day. But it becomes, I know what you mean. It becomes like, are you just posting these people because of like a favoritism or this or that? But it's your page at the end of the day, so you're allowed to choose what goes on it.
And I've been conscious of it. Like sometimes I'll post music that like I necessarily am not the biggest fan of, but like I see what that's what other people like. I'm for the audience.
If you want to represent a region, you represent an island, then it can't just be about your musical taste, because there's people who have plenty of movement who may make music that you don't necessarily like, but if they have movement and you want to tell the world about the island, then you have to report what's happening, regardless of if is it in your lane or not. So I can see where the struggle is with that.
And I fuck with all the niche pages that came out as a result of like Staten Island artist me coming in shortly afterwards, and like and then you'll have another page come in trying to do something similar to us, but then they'll fall off for a couple months, and I'm like, I just get disappointed because like I wanted that friendly competition.
Yeah.
But then you have like Staten Island Drill, and I gotta
Yeah.
shout them out. And they've been going at it for like about a year, and I gotta give them their props for that.
Well, see, well, blessings to you and blessings to them, because that's what it's all about. You know, it's enough for everybody. You don't gotta, like you said, the competition could be friendly. It don't gotta be nothing more than that, because you limit yourself when you think that it ain't enough for you and the next person. Right.
Like I don't see you in competition with anybody, but like if you had to put yourself at like somebody's level, like who would you say is like your peer? Like this is my like
rapping.
yeah, rapping wise, yeah.
Who would you say? You gotta say somebody that's gonna blow my mind away. Real talk. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. I guess anybody great.
What about anybody in this venue?
Huh?
Anybody performing tonight? Like anybody in the
I mean,
building?
there's great performance here tonight, so I said anybody that's great.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I asked you a question. You asked me a question, and I asked you it back. You said you listen to the music. So, what would you feel like? Who do you think I can't touch? I think that would be a better question. I would ask you.
They
Like,
can't touch.
Who you think I can't touch on the mic? I've went toe to toe with legends. I got Method Man, Ghostface, Shaheem. You know, like who do you think I can't touch on a song?
Like you've been part of par with on like all those projects with like the Meth Lab. If I believe you had at least a feature on there.
Mm-hmm.
So like with JoJo, you're a par of him like
Mhm.
lyrically. That's why it makes it such a challenge.
JoJo's insane, you know, like sometimes there's things that people do that you don't necessarily do, but you could do. So if that's what you like to hear, I could also take it there too. But I'm always gonna most likely come with my style, you know. But as far as skill level, like that's somebody who when I was younger, like my pops used to manage him. So I used to hear his tapes. I'm like, yo, this dude JoJo is incredible. Like he's nothing short of amazing on the microphone. Or
Do you think that he influenced your style potentially?
who, me? Nah, I mean, I don't think so.
Like who do you
But
think?
I like all life itself is a absorption of many influences. So like I said, I have listened to his tapes when I was a kid. So I mean, if you want to say that, I don't think you could hear me and be like, yo, he sound like JoJo Pellegrino.
That's how it's all, man. It's like, I'm saying like elements of it, because obviously you're not going to be a copycat, a carbon copy of any one particular rapper. Because if you are, like people are going to see it.
I mean, that's
like,
corny to me. I don't like that. I wouldn't listen to myself. I'd be like, this nigga's a bozo. Like, he think he's such and such.
And that's what makes you new. Like you differentiate so much to the point where it's like it's hard to say like who's.
And that's good because people are gonna try it anyway. That's how I feel about it. People are gonna try it anyway.
Because I don't want to disrespect on a genre, but like drill, that like a lot of guys are not differentiating.
Do you listen to them enough to even say that? I don't think you do. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Cause like it might sound like that to an ear that don't listen to it, but somebody who does, they're gonna know the difference between hearing Chef G and K Flock, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah, there's those few, but like I'm talking about like here locally.
Yeah, I mean,
locally, they're not doing enough for me.
I
There's
don't
certain
keep
guys
I
I'll
don't
do.
keep up with every drill record that drops. I'm not the one. But you know, I do like some of them. So shout out to them. Or
Anything you got else to say for the people, man?
yo, always go out there, chase your dreams. You know, you can't just chase it though. You gotta believe that it's already happening for you, and just let everything else fall into place. Word. Peace.